How's it going, everyone? My name is and today we're going to go over the 25th anniversary of Waterworld. We're going to go over why this film ended up being a box office failure, and also go over what happened during the filming of this film, because, if you thought watching the movie was bad, then being there while it was being made was probably even worse. So the film came out on July 28th, 1995, and was directed by Kevin Reynolds, who had directed other films such as Proof, Fandango, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Count of Monte Cristo, and Risen. And it was also produced by Lawrence Gordon, Charles Gordon, John Davis, and Kevin Costner, who was the main lead of the film. And the film was written by both Peter Rader, who had done other films such as Grandmother's House, Hired to Kill, and The Last Legion in 2007, and the other was David Twohy, Twohy. So hopefully, if I misspelled it, I apologize. And you may remember him from his films such as Critters 2, The Main Course, Warlock, The Fugitive, and the Riddick films. So this film had originally a budget of $100 million, and then it grew up to $135 million, and then up to $175 million. Now, the reason why this film, I'm sure, in its budget increase was mostly because of the fact that the stage where they were having this film made ended up getting destroyed. So let me explain. Instead of doing this film in a studio where you have some control, and if anything happens, well, you can fix it and you can make sure that you can get the rest of the stuff done. Unfortunately, they decided to do this in open water off the coast of Hawaii in a large artificial seawater enclosure. Unfortunately, the set was destroyed by a hurricane, so they had to rebuild it. So that was unfortunate for them, that they had to rebuild everything from scratch. And then, of course, Kevin Costner almost died in the storm. One of the actresses kept getting stung by a jellyfish, and one stunt double almost died, and another one was lost to sea when his jet ski ran out of gas. And then, of course, you had Kevin Reynolds, the director, having quit the film before it was released because of a heated discussion he had with Kevin Costner. And because of that, Kevin Costner ended up taking over the rest of the film and finished it, and it led to, without question, a huge disaster. And I really feel bad for the people involved in this, because with everything they have to go through, from the storm to dealing with the environment, and having to, if you make any mistakes, you have to redo it again and again and again. And a lot of this stuff didn't look cheap. Like the setup for this film, and then of course you have the equipment you need to use, and then the amount of stuff doubles you need to use for all the crazy stuff you have to use, and explosions as well. This must not have been cheap, and I really feel bad for the actors and everyone involved in this film, because imagine going through something like that and having to redo it all again. Must have been hell. Now, after the film got released, it didn't do very well and ended up getting a lot of negative feedback. So why is that? I mean, with the story for this film, it should have been fun, should have been amazing. I mean, for the time period it was set in, where the entire world's underwater and the remaining humans are surviving on these communities, these floating communities, and they have to survive against these pirates. It sounds like it could have been a fun action film that would have been fun to watch from the beginning, middle, and end. Unfortunately, I feel like the real problem with this film wasn't with the story. It's mostly with the actors, the characters, because in any sort of action film, if you're going to have a main character, you got to make sure that character is likable. You got to make sure that person is someone that the audience are going to root behind, and someone that they're going to love. Unfortunately, Kevin Costner's character, the Mariner, is bland, boring. It doesn't feel like he's even putting much effort in his dialogue, and is very unlikable. I mean, a good example of that is when, after they escape from the evil pirates, he suggested killing off the little girl that helped him and her guardian escape from the pirates. And he suggested, yeah, let's kill her, because, we have little supplies, she's not going to survive, we have to throw her overboard and let her die. Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the person we're supposed to get behind. So Yeah, I don't know why we thought we would like him, but he was just so emotionless, and like nothing about him made me give a damn. Now, I'm sure it's because of all the hell they had to go through to try to get some of these shots and get this film done. But even then, come on, dude, put a little bit more effort. And unfortunately, some of the actors didn't do so well either. Um, Janine Triplehorn, who plays the Guardian Helen, I did not like her at all. I thought she also gave little to no care in her performance. Although, to be fair, I think the reason why is I think she might have been one of the ones that got stung by the jellyfish. So, yeah, I can understand why she probably didn't give much effort. And the little girl, played by Tina Majorino, I'm gonna give her a pass, mostly because she was probably in hell too. Like just being a little kid in that on set and doing all these different scenes repeatedly, I'm sure was a lot for her to handle. The only actor I felt like was the one that gave a lot more effort was Dennis Hopper, who unfortunately is no longer with us, but he did, I think, a decent job with his role. He plays the main villain. He Every time he appears on screen, I actually enjoyed his performance. And whether or not you love him or hate him, you can't deny he does put more effort into these bad films he's in than some of the other actors. I mean, hell, in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, he did a good job with his performance. I mean, yeah, it was a bad film, and his, the character he's portraying is not who we were expecting. He does go over the top, but hey, at least he tried his best, at least, which is more than I can say about Kevin Costner, who I felt like wasn't that good. Okay, so it sounds like the story was good, but it was just brought down with the bland acting. What about the special effects? What about the setting, the music? How was everything else? I understand why they wanted to have the setup on the open ocean. I thought that's brave of you to try to do that. It's something not a lot of movies have done before. But there's a good reason for that. Steven Spielberg had to learn that the hard way when he tried having his film Jaws in the water. Unfortunately, the mechanical shark caused him a lot of problems with the seawater, and just it screwed up the shark. That's why you don't see the shark a lot in the film. So I understand why they wanted to do this in the open water. It's a cool idea what they're trying to do, but there's a good reason why you don't try doing this in the ocean, because the ocean there, you never know what's going to happen, and it's very risky and also very dangerous. And yeah, that's pretty much what ended up happening. But again, the setup wasn't actually that bad. I did like the little community where the people are living at. I actually didn't mind it. I know it looked okay. The action scenes, I have to say, was actually probably the best part of this film, because you really could tell they were going out there and giving it their all to try to make every scene look cool, that makes every fight scene and every explosion and all the stunts they were doing look awesome. And it was actually pretty cool. I can understand why Universal Studios decided to have their own Waterworld live show at their place. So I thought it's actually a pretty cool idea, and it's not bad. It's ridiculous because you see these pirates on jet skis, or even on skis themselves, going off these ramps and attacking the people. It's ridiculous, but hey, it's not that bad. The music's not that bad too. James Newton Howard made the music. He did Pretty Woman, The Fugitive, Outbreak, Space Jam, Downey's Peak, Sixth Sense, Dinosaur, Atlantis: The Lost Empire, the Hunger Game films, and Fantastic Beasts films. So the score wasn't bad, but a lot of the songs I wasn't really interested in, except for one, which is called Escaping the Smokers. I actually liked that song. I thought it was a pretty cool action music to listen to, but yeah, everything else not really. I think one of the other things I liked about this was when we see Kevin Costner showing us how his boat works, how he gets the sails working, how he is able to move it all around. I thought that actually was pretty cool. It does take a lot more time, but it's not bad. So I thought they did a good job with that. So all in all, this film, despite its flaws, I think it's an entertaining film that I think people can still watch and just see how bad it is. But if you're not interested in bad films, I don't think this is the kind of film you want to watch. But yeah, it's Not a film I recommend for everybody to watch. It's okay, it's decent, but if you want to watch something else that will, tickle your fancy, then this is not the film to watch. But I didn't mind it. I thought it was stupid, but it was in a fun, stupid way. But it's not for everybody. So, 25 years later, it some stuff doesn't hold up, but some stuff still does. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have a different opinion about this film, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button, check my Facebook page, check my Twitter page. Check out T3 Media's channel as well. Subscribe to their channel, give the day for their videos. Check out their website. Also check out my written review for this as well. And I'll see you next time. Give you more love and more entertainment. Please subscribe to the channel. Take care. Be safe. Love y'all. And goodbye.